Okay. Hello, friends and enemies. My name is Chastity Cage, and welcome to the Capitalism Circus. Yay! To get this channel kicked off, I thought I would start with some kind of introductory video to break the ice and sort of ease you into whatever's going on here. To start, my name is Chastity Cage. If you didn't know what that was, it's the thing you put on a dick to keep it from getting hard. It's basically a chastity belt for people with penises. It's pretty much my brand. That's me. It's nice to meet you. I am a millennial on the older end of the millennial spectrum, in that awkward 30s phase. Old enough to apparently be an adult, but still not old enough to be taken seriously by the men and people that run this government. So, I'm born and raised in Houston, Texas. I'm a native, and Houston is a very diverse city. Even our black mayor supports white supremacy with the way that he's paying for more cops, which is an inherently racist institution, but that's also for another video. Oh, also we get people who drive around with Confederate flags on their cars, listening to hip hop, things like that. We're a very culturally open city, I guess. There are other parts of Houston. I just happen to have a lot of experience with white people, being a white person that grew up around in a largely white area. I am white. That's a plot twist too, I'm sure. That is my race. One thing I get asked a lot about is my gender. One of the first questions is usually, are you a real woman? And the only thing that makes me a real woman is the fact that I identify as one. But what people are usually really asking with that question is, do I have a dick? And the answer to that is also yes. And no matter how big you think yours is, mine will always be bigger because I can go upgrade. I have been assigned female since birth. I use she, her pronouns at all times. If you're gonna call me a man, please offer me a pay raise, offer me autonomy of my own body. I would appreciate being able to carry on in the world the way men have had the privilege for so long. I've also given birth. I am someone's mom, biologically speaking. I don't really like speaking in terms of biology because I myself am not a biologist. I am merely a drag queen. I hope this is really confusing for all of you. That's really what I live for, is I live for the existential confusion that apparently cisgender heterosexual men go through when they experience someone who exists outside of their preconceived gender binary. So from there, I usually get asked about my orientation. People feel like that's a really relevant question. I'm on the asexual spectrum. I don't have sex. I'm sexually retired. It's actually the least relevant question to my life. It's one of the, my gender and my orientation are the least interesting things about me as a person. I find the questions to be very tedious in that, I'm not going to have sex with anyone, so it's not relevant. And when people ask about it, it's them wondering about it. It's not me. I'm never wondering if I can have sex with you. It's just pretty gross. Mostly I'm just tired of sex. So, my political affiliation also is tired. I'm so tired of politics. I am very tired of existing in a world where I have to care about politics. So, oh, it's so much fun living life. I do not identify with political labels. I find those things to be highly controversial. The only thing I do not find controversial is the subject of Nazis, and I do not use that term hyperbolically. I use that term to describe actual white supremacists that exist in this country. We'll be talking about those. I identify as Democrats are a little conservative for me. I don't really adhere to the labels of a political binary. My occupation, well, we'll call myself a political theorist. You're looking at it. This is my occupation, bringing glitter, serving looks, honey. My occupation, I'm a writer, I am a comedian, I'm a drag queen, I am a person who exists on this planet and doesn't especially enjoy it. What makes me an expert on this particular subject of capitalism and gender, mostly a lifetime of being exploited by capitalism and gender, and having to exploit those things as well in order to function in society, is pretty much what my experience with all of this is. It's also my motivation, is that in order to dismantle capitalism, you actually have to engage in capitalism, because the crux of capitalism is that it's either capitalism or death. And that's a recurring theme in most of my work, of these forthcoming video essays that we are bringing to you live. This is not live. The motivation for this is I really just don't want to have to say this stuff twice. I'm tired of yelling into the void on an individual basis. I am tired of having to try and convert people on an individual level. I'm tired of always repeating myself when I get asked these questions. So I'm just going to offer one-time answers that you can go back to. My inspiration behind this, like I mentioned earlier, I am someone's mother. It's mostly my inspiration is not leaving my child in a world that is going to continually determine his value through currency and how much it can exploit him for profit, while also running this planet into an unlivable situation for him, all in the name of some, rich white people trying to make more money. I have a lot of feelings, y'all. There are a lot of things that need to be talked about, and if this look that I'm serving you today, it's like I live in a comic book, but that's not a good thing aesthetic. If this is the package that it takes for me to say something to get people to finally fucking listen for once, then I will spend my time putting this on to get y'all to listen. Because honestly, capitalism is going to kill us all. Man, woman, non-binary pals, friends and enemies, lovers and haters. We're all going to die under capitalism. And that's not me being dramatic, although drama is one of my favorite things in the world. We live in a world that is just not in good shape right now, y'all. Y'all, what are we doing? A lot of y'all just need to get it together. So I want to help you get it together. That is basically a breakdown of things that will be built upon at a later date with a different look. Possibly. I don't know. This look was cute. I'm not dissatisfied with it. Because a revolution without glitter is not a revolution worth having. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future things that are coming. This was a travesty. I'm sure it's only going to get worse from here. But if there's one thing humanity loves, it's a train wreck. So let's go. Choo choo, motherfuckers. Yes. Work. My name is Chastity Cage. My name is Chastity Cage. It's the thing you put on a dick to keep it from getting hard. Do I feel good about that? I guess I could feel worse. I guess they don't really have time to feel any type of way about it.